we back? Okay, so apparently YouTube did not like Invasion of the B-Girls. Turn down the music just a little bit. Hold on.
He knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent.
Okay. So, yeah, I think apparently we ran across some copyrighted music. Whoops. Hey, YouTube, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Google, I'm sorry. Mm. Yeah, I don't get it either, but it is what it is. You know, we were doing so good. So good. But yeah, it happens. You know, I mean, I don't think like YouTube's gonna really gonna like, hammer me too bad. Sometimes, you flip to something on Spotify and it doesn't exactly agree with the tube of you. Should we try to get back to B girls? Get back to the B girls. It might. I don't know. because it went up right during the B Girls, but then again, it might have noticed some music that been copyrighted within the movie. That could be a kicker too. Then again, if all else fails, can we let's just do House on Haunted Hill. Should we just do House on Haunted Hill? I don't think it's gonna hurt anybody. We'll do House on Haunted Hill, and then if YouTube smacks my wrist, another time, we'll call her good. But I don't know. Twitch never yelled at me for that. Okay, so get this. House on Haunted Hill is a lot. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I think it could be the music within the movie. Now, while the movie is public domain, the music within the movie is not. It could be copyrighted by someone. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And just in case, I switched it over to Alex Yarmak, who is an amazing musician. He's been kind of my main go-to as far as music as of late. I suppose should we go over to, because I have House on Haunted Hill ready to go. But dadgum Invasion of the Bee Girls. Thanks, YouTube, for ruining my Halloween. Okay. Y'all ready? Let's go. And if I get it one more time, I'll stop it right there. Oh, wait a second. Hey, this sounds like every other haunted house. Oh.
The ghosts are moving tonight, restless, hungry. May I introduce
Hungry
myself?
for pizza?
I'm Watson Pritchard. In just a minute, I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world.
Amityville Horror?
Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it.
Sucks for them.
Since then, I've owned the house. I've only spent one night there, and when they found me in the morning, I was almost dead.
With all those sounds, man, I'd be up all night too. Oh, hey, Vincent Price.
I'm Frederick Lauren.
No, you're not. You're Vincent Price.
On Haunted Hill tonight so that my wife can give a party. A haunted house party. She's so
I love that
amusing.
mustache, though.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts. And perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited. If any of you will spend the next 12 hours in this house, I'll give you each $10,000.
Let's go.
Or your next of kin in case you don't survive. But here come our other guests. It was my wife's idea to have our guests come in funeral cars. She's so amusing.
She has terrible taste.
Original.
She has a taste for the morbid, for the morbid and the macabre.
Who knows? This is Lance Schroeder, a test pilot. So no doubt a brave man. But don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that Lance needs the $10,000 I'll give him. If he's brave enough to stay all night. This is Ruth Bridges. You've no doubt read her column in the newspapers.
Nope.
She says her reason for coming to the party is to write a feature article on ghosts. She's also desperate for money. Gambles.
I was gonna say like any other journalist.
A man living in mortal fear of a house, and yet he is risking his life to spend another night here. I wonder why. He says for money.
Well, 10 grand
This
is pretty
Dr.
tempting.
David Trent, a psychiatrist.
Is it 10 grand?
He claims that my ghost will help his work on hysteria. But don't you see a little touch of greed there? Around the
And he
knob?
looks right at the camera. Well, yes.
This is Nora
Yes.
Manning.
Yes.
I picked her from the thousands of people who work for me because she needed the 10,000 more than most. Supports her whole family. Isn't she pretty?
Sure.
The party's starting now, and you have until midnight to find the house on Haunted Hill.
Okay, let's go. Hopefully I don't get flagged for that either. Well, into the house we go.
Well, where is everybody?
It isn't a very warm welcome, is
This
it?
house are glad we're here.
Are we all strangers to each other? Don't you two know each other?
I'm afraid I don't even know your name.
I'm Nora Manning.
Lance Schroeder.
Is Frederick Lauren a friend of yours?
I've heard of him, but I've never met him.
I work for one of his companies, but I've never seen him.
I've never met the man either. Just a phone call. Do you know him?
No,
Well, then you're the only one of us who does.
I don't know him. All the details about renting the house were done by mail.
He's quite wealthy, isn't he?
Millions.
And 5 wives, I believe.
4, I think, so far.
4?
$50,000 party for only 5 people is a little steep.
What is he, a polygamist?
Well, if I were going to haunt anybody, this would certainly be the house I'd do it in.
And it closes all by itself.
Who closed the door?
The wind. Probably woodchucks. Whoops. There he is. He's just gonna let the chandelier go. I'm just gonna let the chandelier fall on him.
Annabelle, our guests are here, unfortunately still alive. Is your face on yet?
Well, they just walked in. Of course they're gonna still be alive.
Dust and dirt everywhere, and the water barely trickles. Couldn't you have had the place cleaned?
Oof.
Absolutely, darling. You know how ghosts are. They never tidy up. And that's a very fetching outfit, but hardly suitable for a party.
I'm not going to the party.
The spend the night ghost party was your idea, remember? Since it's going to cost me $50,000, I want you to have fun.
The party was my idea until you invited all the guests. Why all these strangers? Why none of our friends?
Friends? Do we have any friends?
No, your jealousy took care of that.
I had a reason for inviting each guest. I wanted kind of a cross-section.
I don't know.
From psychiatrist to typist.
Okay. So you know, like how it's like, you know, there's crazy and then there's hotness scale, and then like the hotter they are, the crazier they get. I mean, I think this applies to both guys and ladies.
Could
You know, the
be.
better looking they are, the just, you know, like, you know.
Why do you always do that? It spoils the champagne.
It might explode.
Never does.
Would you guarantee
Try it.
that?
That isn't funny, Frederick.
Make a good headline. Playboy kills wife with champagne cork.
This
Will you
dude's a
join me?
sadist.
No, thank you.
Just a sip might improve your humor.
My humor is fine, thanks. And I haven't poisoned it.
It's
Well,
always
thank
good to know
goodness.
that. Have some. You'll enjoy the party
Have
more.
some champagne.
Go on.
It'll be nice. It'll be very nice. Very nice champagne.
Your trust is so touching. And I'm not going to the party.
Of all my
If
life,
she's not going to the party, she's not going to the party.
would you go away for $1 million tax-free?
As long as I don't have to pay the IRS.
I deserve it all. Your jealousy isn't tax-free. And your possessiveness is maddening.
Why are you still with him then?
Grounds for divorce.
But can't prove them.
The time will come. You'll slip up one of these days.
Think so?
If I live long enough. You remember the fun we had when you poisoned me?
Something you ate, the doctor said.
Yes. Arsenic on the rocks. Annabelle, you'd do it again if you thought you could get away with it, wouldn't you?
Darling, what makes you think that?
This sounds like Adam's Family stuff.
Something about you. I hear that hanging is very uncomfortable, in case you get any more ideas. And don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you, darling.
Darling.
Yeah, you don't want to get eaten by the zombies.
And don't sit up all night thinking of ways to get rid of me. It makes wrinkles.
No, no. What?
This is what she used on my brother and her sister. Hacked them to pieces. We found parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think. The funny thing is the heads have never been found. Hands and feet and things like that. But no heads.
The wife, probably in a rage, threatened the husband with a knife and then, carried away by hysteria, took a swing at him and simply went on from there.
She certainly went on. How many people did she kill, Mr. Pritchard?
Only two. Her husband and her sister. No one else was here.
So there are two loose heads just floating around in here somewhere?
Probably.
You can hear them at night. They whisper to each other and then cry.
Since our
Okay.
host isn't here, would anyone care to mix me a drink?
Would you like to be quoted on that?
What will you have?
Good evening.
Hey, Vincent Price, how's it going?
Frederick Lauren. Since we're all
Yeah,
Let
they
me
are.
apologize for my wife. She'll join us later. What do you have?
Scotch and.
Doctor?
I'll have the same.
Now, before the party begins, let's go over the details. The caretakers will leave at midnight, locking us in here until they come back in the morning. Once the door is locked, there's no way out. The windows have bars that a jail would be proud of, and the only door to the outside locks like a vault. There's no electricity, no phone, no one within miles. So
With no
nobody
friends, no
call for help.
phone.
Like a coffin.
This guy is extremely
So
morbid.
if any of you decide not to stay for the party, you must let me know before midnight. Of course, if you leave, I shan't be able to pay you anything.
I'm interested in your reasons for this party. Aside from the pleasant company.
Ghosts, Doctor.
All about
I think
the ghosts.
everyone
The
wonders
ghosties.
what they would do if they saw a ghost. And now my wife has given us all the opportunity to find out.
Amusing. Ghosts, etc., being only creations of hysteria, your party should be a success.
Well, Pritchard here promises us genuine ghosts.
7 now. Maybe more before morning.
That's cheerful.
Probably
4
rich
men
folks.
have been murdered in this house. And 3 women.
You planned your party very well, Mr. Lauren. 4 of us are men, 3 are women. Well, a ghost for everybody.
Well, Pritchard, why don't you take us on a tour through the house and let's see what happens, huh?
See that stain?
It's blood.
Blood.
See that stain?
A young
It's
girl
blood.
was killed here.
See that stain?
And whatever got her wasn't human. Don't stand there. What do you mean? Where?
Don't stand right there. Oh, you got blood on. Oh. Okay, well that's unfortunate.
It's too late. They've marked you.
Ridiculous. The roof probably leaks.
Oh, that must be what it is. Who would want to haunt me?
I would say any self-respecting male ghost.
I hope it doesn't come back.
Well, Mr. Pritchard, you're the life of the party.
He hasn't even started yet. Wasn't there a man who threw his wife into a wine vat or something?
That was in the cellar. There's been a murder almost every place in this house.
A lot of murder. A lot of murder.
All this belonged to a Mr. Norton, who didn't die here. He was electrocuted later.
Ooh, that's a sucky way to go.
Mr. Norton did a good deal of experimenting with wines, but his wife didn't think it was any good. So he filled the vat with acid and threw her in. She was supposed
That's
to
what
stay
you get for
down,
talking shit about my wine.
but the bones came up. It's a funny thing, but none of the murders here were just ordinary. Just shooting or stabbing. They've all been sort of wild, violent, and different.
Look out!
God, she didn't fall in.
You mean there's still acid in there?
Probably. Try it out. How about you hop in? We'll find out.
Destroys everything with hair and flesh. Just leaves the bones. My, it's dry and dusty down here.
Well, there's a cure for that upstairs. Come on.
A nice cold drink. Because that's what people in the 50s and 60s were all about, getting blitzed. Okay, honey, I'm going to toss
How'd
you
you
in there.
get invited to this party? No. No, go on. I mean, what'd he tell you?
Hey, hey, you don't do that.
Mr. Lawrence said everybody'd get $10,000.
But he didn't say anything
So
about
she's
being
in it for the
locked
money.
in.
No.
He just made a deal with me on the phone, but nothing about having to stay.
Aren't you going to stay?
If I don't, I lose $10,000.
I'm going to stay too. $10,000.
10,000 smackers.
You believe in ghosts?
I don't know.
Well, I agree with what that doc says. You can spook yourself. I've done it in planes.
You
Seen
spook.
things that weren't really there. Or were they? What are you going to do with your 10,000? If we get it.
What do you mean, if we get it? Won't he pay us if we stay?
Ah,
Nope.
sure he will. 10,000 is no more to him than a nickel is to us.
We were in an automobile accident. Now I'm the only one in the family who can make any money.
Boy, I've never seen so many doors. Closet?
Hallway. Hallway.
Bottles.
Bottles. Bottles.
Does it go anywhere?
Ha ha!
Lance! Lance!
Ghost is gonna get you. Ah, I bet you she's gonna fall in the vat. She's gonna fall in the acid. See, isn't she still down in the basement? Yep. Bruh. Come on, I'm all by myself. I'm here. Kill me. Dare you come back? I'll give you $5. Come back out.
Help me, please. Lance is gone, and there's a ghost.
See
Please,
what I mean?
please, come on.
Did she say Lance is gone? Gone where?
Gone fishing.
We'll have to break it down. It's locked.
Nope. What'd you
You
do?
all right?
Fall over? Yeah, you did.
Nothing that money won't cure. I must have bumped my head.
And the only way you could bump your head in here is to run head on into the wall. You didn't
Like
do that, did you?
Wintercast?
Let's get a bandage on that.
I wonder why they didn't kill him.
Who?
He didn't bump his head.
The
They hit
ghost
him.
got him.
They?
Nora, when you came in, you said something about a ghost.
There was something.
What did it look like?
Well, it was wearing a black thing that went all the way to the floor.
Weren't you a little frightened at the time?
Well, yes.
That, Mr. Loren, is hysteria.
Well, then, Doctor, how do you explain what happened to Lance? Was that hysteria, too?
Good point.
You better get that checked in a day or so.
Thanks, Doc. Wait for me in the hall.
I think something's up.
The ghosts are coming closer, Mr. Loren.
You really believe in your pet ghost, don't you, Pritchard?
Before the night's over, you will, too.
Would you like a drink, Lance?
No, thanks.
I'd like one. Scotch and. Mr. Loren, are you really going to pay anyone who stays all night?
Certainly. $10,000.
Will there be much red tape or delay?
In a hurry, dear?
Frankly, yes. Or frantically.
There you are, my dear.
Arsenic?
Someone or something was in here when I came in. But where? And if the door was locked, how did it get out? What you saw might have been a ghost, Nora, but what was in here with me was no ghost.
I don't know. I was so scared.
Ooh.
Does it sound different to you?
Yes.
Secret passage.
Three, 6, 9, 12. 12 feet. Three, 6. Now, I'm going to knock on the other wall. When you hear me, you knock on this wall. Tap lower down.
How she goes? I don't know. She just kind of looked like.
I saw it again.
It seemed like she was just like.
Where'd it come from?
Like she was like on a Roomba
Come in
or something.
here.
What if it ran out of here? I didn't see it.
Oh,
Lance, it
man.
doesn't run. It just floats.
Yeah, but why didn't I see it?
Because
don't
you were in
believe
another room, goofball.
How can I?
Man, I tell you what. Can't take you nowheres.
I'm Annabelle Loren. You must be Miss Manning. I realize this is a very unusual and I'm afraid very dull party. Wouldn't you like to freshen up?
Woo!
This is your room. Depressing, isn't it?
I doubt if I'll spend much time here.
It's going to rain. Perfect atmosphere for my husband's party. Why did you come here?
He said
For
he'd
the
give me
money.
$10,000.
Why did he pick you?
I don't know. My supervisor just came and said I'd been invited.
How long have you known my husband?
I just met him tonight.
So?
Do you have the hots
Why
for
you?
him?
What were you doing wandering around by yourself?
Well, I was in the cellar with Lance. Mr. Schroeder, and I just left, that's all.
Don't do it again. Don't go anywhere in this house by yourself. Now fix your face and I'll come by for you in a few minutes.
But
You're in danger. We all are.
Danger.
who?
I hope for your sake you never find out.
Danger.
I'm Annabelle Lauren. Were you looking for something?
Not exactly.
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm Lance Schroeder.
The pilot. You've hurt yourself.
Oh, it's just a bump on the head.
It's
Which
just a
is my
scratch.
I believe this is it.
Thank you, Mrs. Lauren.
Annabelle Lance. You were with the young girl in the cellar. Why was she so upset?
Was she?
And you don't look like the type to go around bumping his head. What really happened, Lance?
Well, Nora thought she saw a ghost, but I didn't see anything.
She was just frightened then.
And mad at me, I think. I kidded her about it.
I wouldn't joke about anything else that happens here tonight.
Now, don't tell me you're taking all this seriously.
Aren't you?
Well, I'd like to find out what hit me.
Lance. If I need help, may I count on you?
Sure, I guess so.
Oh.
Look, what's
Ugh.
going on here anyway? I mean, what is with this party bit?
This is no party. He's planning something.
Your husband?
I wish I knew what it was.
Must be pretty big if he's going to lay out $50,000.
The money doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
He has a
Not to
reason
Vincent
for
Price.
bringing us all up here to this dreadful old house.
Well, what for? He doesn't even know us.
Maybe that's exactly why you're here.
Well, what can he get away with?
Oh, he thinks that big money like his can get away with anything. You know, of course, that I'm his fourth wife. The first simply disappeared. The other two died.
He's a
Lance.
widower. He's like a black
I
widower.
want to join them.
You mean he,
Oh, his
Well, why don't you just put
daughters simply
arsenic in
died
his
of
drink?
heart attacks.
That's what you tried to do to him last
Two
time.
girls in their 20s.
Well, what can he do?
My husband is sometimes insane with jealousy. Nothing matters to him then. Please be careful.
Would he hurt you?
But you're just as crazy as he is.
He would kill me if he could.
We'll just drop kick him. He's like, I don't like you in the room with other guys. In the room by yourself with other guys.
Annabelle, you're missing all the fun. Nora Manning was almost killed by a falling chandelier. The pilot bashed his head in.
Is he badly hurt?
The Saturnine psychiatrist bandaged him up. Don't you want to go and console him, as you do most men, in your fashion?
You're so clever, Frederick.
Yes, I lie awake nights wondering why I married you. It was rather a mistake.
You didn't marry me, dear.
Dang,
I
that's
married you.
cold.
Unpleasant, but no mistake.
Hurry up.
Frederick, for the last time, I'm not going to your party.
And for the last time, it's not my party, but yours. And you are going.
I am not.
You ready, dear?
Ow.
No.
Are you ready, dear?
Yes, damn you.
Would you adore me as much if I were poor? No. All you want to be is a lovely widow. It's almost time to lock up the house. And then your party will really begin. I
And
wonder
don't
how
pull a
it'll end.
lady's hair. That's not very nice. That's not nice at all. Vincent Price, you gotta do better, dude.
It's close to midnight, Lance.
Okay. I'll be down in a minute.
host, my dear. It's almost midnight, Nora. We're all going to get together down in the living room.
All right, Mr. Lorne. I'll be right down.
Zombies, zombies, zombies. It's a head in a box. Head in a box. This is House on Haunted Hill. We tried doing Invasion of the Bee Girls. And
Come with us. Come with us before he kills you.
that might just be the friendly butler. But no, we long story short, we tried to do Invasion of the Bee Girls.
Where's Nora?
And while
What's
the
the matter?
movie is public domain, the music is copyrighted. So YouTube kind of finger wagged at me a little bit.
Nora.
So we had to do a Halloween stream part 2. So therefore we are on House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price. See, there they are.
It's Jonas Slides and his wife. They've been caretakers here for years. She's blind, you know.
I'm not going to
She
stay
look
here.
funny. She's the ghost.
Well, Doctor, it looks like we have a real case of hysteria on our hands.
I think she's just a little upset, not hysterical.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello, my dear. This is my wife. These are our guests. Ruth Bridges, Dr. Trent. You know Watson Pritchard, of course. Nora Manning, and this is Lance Schroeder.
Ooh, good question.
Get me out of here.
Now, what about the 10,000?
I don't care. He wants to kill me.
Who wants to kill you?
Mr. Lorne.
May I have your
Really, real
attention,
quick?
please? I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night. $10,000 apiece. If any of you don't survive, $50,000 will be divided amongst the rest of you.
1959,
If I should
Tristan.
die-
1959.
You will be paid by my estate. When the door is locked from the outside by the caretakers, we'll all be forced to stay in this house until morning. If any of you
Pizza.
decide not to stay, you must leave with the caretakers now. You won't have a chance to change your minds later, because there'll be no way to get out.
I don't want to stay.
Wait.
Oh, that's just the win.
It isn't midnight yet. Who told them they could leave?
They never leave before midnight.
Well, they've gone now.
They went bye-bye.
I was going to ask you whether you wanted to stay or not, but it seems that the caretakers have made the decision for you. We're all locked in now.
But I don't want to stay.
And I'm sorry, my dear, but it's
Too late. You're gunning
now.
for the $10,000
Darling.
now.
Haven't you had enough of the silly game? Get some cars up here for these people and let them go home. But pay them first.
This is your party. In spite
It's a
of
party
my
she
wife's
don't
faith in
want.
my ability to do the impossible, we will all have to stay in this house until
I'm
8
eating
o'clock
pizza.
in the morning.
Are you
But
eating
we
candy?
have some party favors for you in these little coffins. This is my wife's idea. I must say, I think it's rather dangerous. I suppose you all know how to use one of these things, but in case you don't, You just press down on this lever with your thumb and then pull the trigger. You see, they're loaded.
You want some pizza?
These are no good against the dead, only the living.
Doctor? Lance? Nora?
Tristan, what's your favorite kind of pizza?
Go ahead, take it.
Miss Bridges?
Here, have a gun. Everybody gets a gun.
And here's yours, dear.
I don't need it.
It was your idea.
She relies on judo
Who knows,
chops.
you may want to use it on me before this night is over.
Throw these guns away. They won't do you any good.
I agree with Pritchard on that point, although not for the same reason.
Dr. Trent, don't you approve of our little party favors?
Suppose Nora had had a gun when she mistook the blind woman for a ghost.
I don't think anyone else is going to walk around in total darkness.
Oh, I'm sure we're not going to go running around the house shooting each other, aren't you?
Who knows? Fear makes people do amazing things.
Mr. Pritchard, you said your sister-in-law killed a man and a woman here and cut them up? You said they found hands and feet, but they never found any heads. Would you like to see one of those heads?
Sure.
Would you all like to see one of those heads?
Let's go.
Well then, just follow me.
All right, let's go see it. It's like, hey kids, hey kids, hey kids. Would you like to see a dead body? Would you like to see a dead body?
Darling.
Would you like
I already know what it is.
Pepperoni, very nice. Nice. A classic pizza topping.
Just go
A
look in
pizza,
my
pizza,
suitcase.
pepperoni,
Just
pizza
go look.
pie. Check out the head in a box. Head in a box. Oh, yeah, bye-bye. So much for the head in a box. Head in a box.
What's in there? A woman's head.
Nora, I think you're a little upset. Would you care for a sedative?
Get out! Get out, all of you! All of you, get out of here and leave me alone!
Okay, so they talk about the ghosts all the time in this movie, but I haven't seen any ghosts
All right
yet.
to leave her by herself, Doctor?
Just like
I
a
wish she'd taken the
really,
sedative.
really rickety chandelier
She saw.
that almost falls on people. The groundskeeper's popping up out of nowhere.
There'll be a million people around her. If they
Yeah.
wanted her, they'd get her.
Yeah. I don't know.
What if he's right?
It's one of those horror mysteries. It's kind of like Clue, you know, like it could be Colonel Mustard in the laboratory with a monkey wrench.
Do you think it would do any good if you went in
Dadgum
and
Colonel
talked
Mustard,
to her?
he's up to no
Do you think
good.
there really was a head in her suitcase?
I don't know.
A thing like that would put me right over the edge.
But would you sort of stay up here, I mean, in case she needs help?
In case there's another head in a
I'll
box.
be in my room.
Head in a
Just
box.
call it.
Thanks.
Are you sure there are only 7 people in this house?
Positive, except for the ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts, nor in frightening women.
Hey kid,
And Nora's case don't far
body?
Perhaps
Hmm?
too far.
What do you suggest we do about it, Doctor?
Would you like
to see a dead body?
Hey, old kid. You ever seen a full dead body before? Ooh, the music's getting good. You know it's getting good now.
Nora? Nora?
What'd she do? Jump out the window? Oh, there box. Head in the box.
Nora! Nora!
There it is. Is that your sister?
What do you know about this?
They've taken her. In a little while, she'll be one of them.
One of the ghosts.
Where's Nora? Where is she?
It's too late. It's too late. You'll never find her again.
Pritchard, if you know where she is, you better tell me now.
She's gone.
He's just walking around with like a head. He's just like, hey, hey. Oh, there she is. Ooh. No, that might be the journalist lady. That might be the columnist. Ooh, that's no bueno.
Lay her down.
Man, that's quick. Like loop it around really quick. And okay, who is it?
Nora?
It was his wife.
She's dead, Mr. Lauren.
It was
Her wife killed
Annabelle.
herself.
Suicide.
It was his wife. Boom, just like that, she got hung. She got hung and strung.
Nora,
Please hide me. Please hide me.
what's the matter?
Hide me.
Well, there's not a whole lot of hiding places in this house. I mean, there was a head in a box.
He tried to kill me. He grabbed me and choked me and put me in that room. And then he went away and left me.
Who?
He thought I was dead.
Who?
Mr. Lord.
Are you sure about this?
I don't know. It was dark, but it must have been him.
Has anybody seen you since he left you?
I heard some people in that room, but I went by and nobody saw me.
Mrs. Lauren is dead.
She got strung.
Lauren said she committed suicide. But I think
Head in
somebody
the box.
killed her.
Head in the box. I should make that a t-shirt. Nope, can't jump out the window.
I'm sure you've come to the same conclusion I have.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's all have a meeting, discuss what to do. The living
Something
room?
sussy here.
Okay.
Let's call a meeting. Are we gonna have an Among Us situation? Among Us. Quick, we're calling a meeting in the
I gotta go downstairs.
in the commons.
Now, you lock yourself in here and don't let anybody know you're here. If he thinks you're dead, he won't come here. And I'll get back as soon as I can.
And he thinks you
You'll
sussy.
be all right. And if you have to, you use it.
head in a closet. Man, Vincent Price is being a creeper. Creeper alert. Just making sure you're still dead.
So beautiful. So greedy. So cold.
Looks like she's still breathing.
What are you doing in here?
Wait. Don't wait.
What do you mean coming in here?
I didn't want them
Hey,
to take
quit
her
choking
away.
him.
Drunk.
They will if you don't watch her.
You're drunk. All right, out with it.
You're
Why did
drunk.
you come
You're
into this room?
blitzed.
I'm the only one who understands.
Understands what?
Your wife isn't there anymore. She's already joined them.
Look, Pritchard,
She's
I've had
among
enough of your
ghosts.
spook talk. Get out, you sot, and don't come back into this room again.
Dang. That was a little savage. I got choked out.
Where's what's her name? Nora.
I didn't disturb her since I don't think this concerns her.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Lawrence,
Yeah.
isn't there some way we can get out of this house now?
No, none at all.
We could try
Dude
breaking
looks like
out.
he's blitzed.
The only door to the outside is made of steel. The bars of the windows are set in solid stone. We gotta stay.
I'm not afraid of your ghosts, Pritchard. But I am afraid. When we came here a few hours ago, the only thing we had in common was the $10,000 we'd get. Now, however, we share something else.
Somebody dead.
The death of Mrs. Lauren. So far tonight, one of us was almost killed by a falling chandelier. One of us was mysteriously slugged. One of us has been driven to the brink of absolute hysteria. And one of us is dead.
And one of us is smoking.
Were these accidents?
So when I was a
Suicide?
kid, my mom
must
had
stay
like
here
a
for 6
like
more
a
hours.
like a plastic
hours?
pack of cigarettes in you. Press down on the cigarette deal, like on the top of the
Come on.
box,
Who'll be next?
and it would say in this very
yeah.
like electronic voice. It's like,
No smoking. The first one to see my wife. Did you also
No
see anything
smoking.
she could have climbed up on and then jumped?
No.
it's just a guy
Did any-
coughing. No smoking.
There was none.
Yeah.
How then did she get up there so high?
Exactly, Mr. Lauren. How? She couldn't have pulled herself up there. She couldn't have dropped from the ceiling. Do you think your wife killed herself?
No.
No smoking.
She was murdered by one of you.
Or you, Mr. Lauren? To deliberately
Yeah,
kill
Mr.
someone, you must have a
Shady.
reason.
Shady McShady.
We were all strangers to your wife. Only you had a motive for murder.
What husband hasn't at some time wanted to kill his wife? What husband hasn't had 1,000 opportunities to do it in such a way so that he'd never be suspected? I'm not such a fool as to hang my wife from a ceiling by a rope.
The fact remains that you, or one of us, murdered Mrs. Lauren. And that's a matter for the police.
So how do we get the police?
That's my point. We can't until morning. What began as a silly party given by an eccentric has now involved us all in murder.
For once, Pritchard may be right. If another murder's in the works, let's stop it now.
Another murder.
Why not? Maybe one of us saw too much.
Why should even a millionaire want to give each of us $10,000 to spend one night in a gloomy old house? To see some ghosts, have a party?
Sure.
No.
Have you finished trying me, Doctor? And is the verdict guilty of murder?
Oh, this isn't getting us anywhere.
I don't know.
Somebody killed
I'd
Mrs.
stay
Lauren,
at
we
a.
know that.
Hold on.
One of us is
I'd
guilty,
stay
and
at
the
a
rest of us
haunted
are
house for
innocent.
$10,000 for
Now,
one
what
night.
we have to do for the next 6
If somebody
hours
would
is
give me that much
protect
money,
ourselves from
I'm
each
game.
You really think?
My
I don't
pants
think
might
anything.
might change
just
from
know
blue
I'm
to
going
brown
that
in the
room,
morning,
and if anybody
but
comes
by
in,
golly,
I'll shoot him.
I would go for that.
Or
I go for that 10
And if
grand.
we all stay in our rooms, we'll be safe.
I'll
Because the
probably
innocent
never
will
wear
have
those
no
pants
reason to
ever
leave this
again.
room, and the guilty will admit his guilt if he or she does.
And we all have guns.
And we're all agreed?
Everybody has a
Oh, I
pistol.
wish this
Everybody
night
packing
were
heat.
over.
Rooms? Guns? I tell you, it doesn't make any difference. They aren't through with us yet.
I mean, what good does a gun do against a ghost? I mean, come on, tell me. Tell me, Vincent Price. What does a gun do against a ghost? I swear I'm not sick.
What's the use of saying goodnight?
I don't know. I just drink all night. Just party all night. Why not? Hey, it's a party. You might as well live it up. That's just me. I mean, these guys are just a bunch of stiffs. A bunch of sticks in the mud. I'd be here to have a fun time. Fun time and... my day was good. My day was good. Compared to the last few days, it's been really nice and slow and relaxing. I take it your weekend was good. Did you go do any trick-or-treating, or did you give out candy to any kids? Or did you dress up for Halloween? Well, that was no good. That's a solid waste of money. It's a good waste of glass. Making pop culture references? Nice. Nice. Makes me kind of wonder, like since it's Halloween, still Halloween, and, you know, just makes me wonder, like, what was the most popular Halloween costume this year? Like, I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, like, you know, like, maybe Michael Myers. I saw, like, on some social media, I saw, like, a lot of Michael Myers. And, I mean, like, some Ghostface, because Scream's kind of coming back into vogue, and I don't know. I mean, uh-oh, she got marked. She's marked again. I don't get paid enough for this.
Nora, it's me, Lance.
They have a choir concert tomorrow. Okay, you worked most of the weekend. Hey, that's all right. You're making bank. You're making money.
Lance, I've been thinking. It was so dark down there. Maybe it wasn't Mr. Lowe.
Making money.
It was him, all right. He tried to kill you, and
Acquire
he did kill his wife.
currency, disregard females.
How can you be so sure?
She
No,
tried
I'm
to
kidding.
warn me.
I'm kidding on that
Asked me
last
to
part.
help him. The doc thinks he's going to try and kill one of us.
But good luck on your choir
There must be
concert
a way out
tomorrow.
of
I
this
know you'll
place,
do a
and
good
I'm gonna
job.
find it and get the police before he does.
I'm going with you.
What if he finds out you're alive? No, Nora. You're safer here than any place else. Now just lock yourself in and keep quiet. If I find a way out, I'll come back and get you.
Okay. Okay. So you saw a lot of Ghostface costumes. Okay. Yeah, a lot of Ghostface. Okay. Uh-oh! Oh, no! No, he went in the secret passageway and he got stuck. Uh-oh. That's not good. Spooky. Except that doesn't look like a haunted house. That looks like Fort Knox. The architecture looks way too new to be a haunted house. But yeah, I got you. I mean, I was gonna say I think Scream's coming back into vogue a little bit, just because Ghostface is just so simplistic, like so simple of a costume. You know, you just have the Ghostface costume, and then you just have the what in earth is going on? Wrapping around her. Well, I don't know. That's a little too low for the angle. That's a little too low for the angles. She could just slip out of the shoes. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's the dead lady. You know, the lady just got hung? Yeah, that's her. What is she even doing? She can just slip out of her shoes. This doesn't make a lick of sense. She's gonna go get the gun? What's the gun gonna do against the ghost? Peekaboo. Why are you screaming? She's already dead! Whoa, hello. Okay, I think we're getting towards the third act. I think we're getting towards the tail end here. Eh. And has some creature from the Black Lagoon hand coming up. Come on, lady. I just want a friend. I just want a friend. I just want to be your friend. Hey, play me, take me out to the ball game. Okay, that's a stock scream. That's another stock scream. Probably just like press a button for like stock screams. I mean, like, you scream enough, man, your vocal cords are gone. So, like, I was a choir kid when I was in high school. And I'd be like, before a choir concert. And my choir teacher, she was going to Iowa State at the time. And she'd be like, how are you able to sing?
Of guilt, Doctor?
How are you
Certainly
able to
not.
sing after, like,
There's either
screeching
somebody else in
and,
this house
like,
or one of us
just,
left his room.
you know,
you
speaking
hear
in
anything?
tongues the entire bus ride up?
Or
talking
And
here.
from
That
Burnside,
someone walking.
or Dayton, Burnside,
You got
to from Burnside to Storm Lake was a
You look
good,
downstairs.
I
I'll
would
look
say
up here.
back in the day it
Why not
was a
together?
good
There may be only minutes,
hour,
seconds left
hour
of someone's
15
life.
minutes.
Why waste
So
time?
like yeah, I was straining the old vocal cords and I turned around and I sang a vocal sang for contest. I don't know how I pulled it off, but she kind of wondered that herself too. Well, she's back into bed. I think she's sleeping.
It's almost over, darling. Every detail was perfect.
See, I told you! I told you! She's still alive! She's still alive! It was an inside job.
What's happening?
We've done it. A perfect crime. Beautiful.
Has she killed him?
Not yet,
Dude.
but she will.
Get me out of this hanging harness. What's taking that girl so long? What
It's
time
an
is it?
inside job.
First, I couldn't get Nora to want to protect herself with a gun.
Huh.
After you appeared at the window, everything began to work just as we had planned. You were wonderful.
Is that
Just
dang
the
old
touch of the
doctor, I
final
tell you,
program
he's
to
up
complete
no
the story.
good.
It'll be worth all of our planning, darling. Where's Nora now? What's happening?
On her way to the cellar. So scared she'll shoot the first thing that moves.
And Frederick?
On his way to the cellar, too.
David, are you sure none of them will suspect us?
Of what? An hysterical girl accidentally shoots somebody? Who would suspect that we planned it that way, that we drove her to it?
What about my suicide?
But just a ghost party gag. We'll claim it was a dummy since I'm the only one who touched you.
And the caretakers?
Well, they had no idea what they were really doing.
What about Nora? She's not stupid, you know.
Darling, believe me, everything we've planned is working perfectly. Nora is sure Frederick murdered you. She thinks Frederick attacked her in the cellar, not me. And now Nora's almost out of her mind with fear. The heads, the music, you're hanging. I tell you, when Frederick walks in there, she'll shoot him.
It's taking too long. David, you ought to be there.
Get a room. Oh, wait, they're already in a room by themselves. Hey, wait a second. The ghost will
When you
see.
hear the shot, come down to the cellar.
Dude. The plot thickens. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. That's cool.
No. No.
Oh. See? There's the acid. Oh no, he's gonna throw him in the acid. Hmm. Throw her in the acid next.
David? David?
Nope. It's the ghost. What is she doing? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, he be dead. Hello, my dear. They call me Mr. Bones. And I've come for you. Here comes Mr. Bones.
At last you've got it all. Everything I have. Even my life. But you're not going to live to enjoy it. Come with me, murderess. Come with me.
You're very welcome. Look at this. Mr. Bones gonna get you. You're gonna fall in the acid. Oh yeah, you're gonna fall in the acid. You're gonna fall in the acid. She goes dead. Dang, that's a sucky way to go. It's like a light shove. I mean, come on, you just can't parry the skeleton and throw him back in the acid. Dadgum, I tell you. Oh, wait a second. Oh, Vincent Price, you sly dog. You sly dog. You're a sly dog. It's all done it. Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Good night, Doctor. Good night, Annabelle.
He killed them off.
The crime you two planned was indeed perfect. Only the victim is alive and the murderers are not. It's a pity you didn't know when you started your game of murder that I was playing too.
Congratulations, you just got played.
There must be some way to get in here.
Oh, it's right along here somewhere.
Y'all just got played.
Lance! I've shot Mr. Loren. He's down in the wine cellar.
Alive?
I don't think so. It's him. He's alive.
You didn't shoot anyone, my dear. I loaded your gun with blanks. I can tell you all now.
It's time to play
Thanking
the
my wife and
game! Ah!
they failed. Trent tried to throw me in the vat. My wife stumbled and fell. I'm ready for justice to decide if I'm innocent or guilty.
Hey, you don't try to outplay the puppet master.
Now there are 9. There'll be more, many more. They're coming for me now.
Hmm.
And then they'll come for you.
Then they come for you. All right, well, that is House on Haunted Hill, directed by William Castle, starring Vincent Price. Not too bad. Not too bad of a film. I mean, I wish we could watch, like, you know, do a Halloween, like, watch through, or, you know, like Friday the 13th, or Nightmare on Elm Street, or even, like, the old, you know, even with, the old Universal Studios monster flicks, but copyright, man. Got to keep it public domain. Can't get in trouble with YouTube. Can't get in trouble with Twitch. You know how that is. Even when you're providing your own commentary, you're adding something to it, or you're trying to do it as a fair use. But you're very welcome, Tristan. Very welcome. Can't wait to see what you do for choir and band and track, and can't wait. Can't wait. And one more thing, also, thank you for the awesome tribute video while I was away, well, before you guys ran in the state qualifying meet. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the nice thoughts, all the support. You know, it's a two-way street. You know, we help each other out. Hey, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. I wish we could, you know, maybe watch a few more, but yeah, been going for about. Okay, so you take out, you know, let's see, we're gonna look at a few teenies. We're gonna look at something real quick. What? You betcha. Have a great evening. Rest well. Don't forget to have fun at that choir concert. Don't forget to have fun. You might look at it and be like, oh man, I gotta go and do this. But have fun. Good luck. Have fun. Yeah, we've been streaming for, okay, so 2:42. We've been streaming for a little over 3 hours. 3? Nah, it'd be about 90 minutes plus. Hold on. I gotta do things. I gotta do the things. Hold on. 120 and 90. Three and a half hours. It'd take me a second. That's kind of weird. Okay. So, the Vikings are up on the Cowboys 16-13. It's been an evening, hasn't it? Ooh, Astros are making it a game. Ooh, very nice. Looks like the Astros might stave off elimination. Okay, so there will be a Game 6 in the World Series. Very cool. Very good. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Okay, so I would say Halloween, and I talked about this at the beginning of the stream, is, how, like, in Halloween, like, once Halloween's over, people, like, automatically go into Christmas mode. They're like, oh my God, I can't wait for Christmas! It's hard when I do that. But, y'all, don't forget about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. You get to be around family. You get to be, you get to watch, some football. Just the turkey, the pumpkin pie, the stuffing, if you're into the cranberry jam or not. For me, it was beginning of Oostakaaka season. And Oostakaaka is kind of like a Swedish custard. It's like a sweet custard. Really good. I mean, take it from a guy with, about that's half Swede. It's very good. You could put like strawberries on top of it and whipped cream, or you could do cherries. I love having cherries on top of my Oostakaaka. I know it sounds really yeah. Doesn't sound that good, but it's good. Anywho, to all my Lager Legionnaires out there, I hope you had a fantastic weekend, a fantastic, just an incredible Beggar's Night, and a nice, relaxing Halloween evening. Either you're watching Sunday Night Football right now, either you're watching, horror movies, or you're just you're just gobbling up as much candy as you can. Even though you'll have enough candy in your coffers for like the next 3 months until Christmas time. But I think it's that time. So, Lager Legionnaires, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and definitely don't do anything I would do. So until next time, and I think I will go ahead and I'll stream this Wednesday. I'll do the weekly update. We'll do a few hour stream. We'll go on Twitch. So find me at twitch.tv/Tyler the Tyler Liger. So you can find me on there. We could do a little bit of streaming on YouTube. I just got to be really careful about certain music. Don't play copyrighted music in the background, especially Invasion of the Bee Girls. Yeah. That's a bummer. Keep it public domain, folks, when you're streaming or providing commentary. But yes, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and definitely don't do anything I would do. I will see you all on Wednesday. Have a great evening, and enjoy the rest of your Halloween.